This meeting of the Mahwah Board of Education is open to members of the public to be physically present. Members of the public that attend will be asked to follow the same procedures as all other visitors to our schools. Those procedures can be found on the agenda page of our website. Additionally, the board meeting will be live streamed for viewing purposes only. Anyone wishing to view the meeting may do so via Zoom. The webinar ID for this meeting is 894-9458-5351, and the required password is 660757. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please, Mr. Lee.
Mr. Copeland.
Here.
Ms. Stefanero.
Here.
Mr. De Silva. Mr. Denise.
Here.
Mr. Gallo.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kizmarsky. Here. Dr. Morthy.
Here.
Ms. Jansen.
Here.
And student representatives. Ms. Marquetti. And Mr. Ingram.
Here.
Thank you.
Adequate notice of agenda of this meeting has been provided to the Ridge Reviews and Record, specifying that the Mahwah Board of Education will meet on June 12, 2024 in the Lenape Meadows School Multipurpose Room, 160 Ridge Road, Mahwah, New Jersey. A copy was filed with the Township Clerk. Salute to the flag. We're going to have our Superintendent of the Day, Mahwah Jansen, lead us.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Jansen. And we are going to now move to our Superintendent of the Day report by Mahwah Jansen.
Hello, my name is Mahwah Jansen. I serve as the superintendent of the day today. Through the day, I had a chance to speak to the students to get their feedback about their experience in Mahwah. Also, I was able to take part in a facilities audit where I rode around to different buildings to ask for their feedback about what is happening in their building and how I can support them. Finally, I met with the central office team to get an understanding of district operations and how I can support them in their goals. Student feedback, what's going on? Teachers and learners, incentives for doing well and great. Easy passes for the cafeteria lines, big head. Bristle bots and the innovation lab are a lot of fun. Things we have to look into. We need longer lunch and recess time. More choices in the cafeteria and napkins and wrenches. More types of equipment at recess. Bigger classrooms, alternate recess rooms. Principal feedback happens. K-5 buildings, third graders visited JK today to learn about what next year is going to be on. Vertical Ridge Field Day. Mahwah High School finals are coming up and Habitat for Humanity is Monday. Facilities audit. The building and grounds are in good condition. It looks like a great place to learn. Minor adjustments on the JK upper field with flags and soccer fields.
I just want to take a minute to applaud Ms. Jansen because we had a very full day. We started off by speaking to some students to get their feedback, and that's what the report, specifically the we need more pizza crunchers in the cafeteria came from. And then we followed that up with driving around the facilities, and Ms. Jansen had a couple of recommendations that we're going to promptly jump on to address. And she composed herself so well, meeting with all of the principals and asking such great questions about what they're doing in their schools, what are their goals, and most importantly, what she's doing at the end was how can she support them in achieving their goals for next year. And then finally, we got a chance to meet with the central office team, and that was a really special moment that I got a chance to sit back and watch her run the meeting with the team in central office. And the types of questions or insight or suggestions that she made to the team, I think I can speak for the entire team that we were blown away by number one, her maturity on how she handled the experience, but also such great ideas of how we can take Mahwah to a whole different level. So I just want to congratulate you. It was one of my favorite things of the year. And I got a chance to really see, what we could do differently, but more importantly, get some feedback from the students. So thank you so much for taking the time to spend the day with us. Thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Jansen. I'm sure you were up late last night preparing questions, perhaps with your board member mother. I'm not sure, but I guess the tutelage is starting early. But anyway, it sounds like you had a very productive day. How is it working with Dr. DeToro? I'm just curious. It was good.
No, hold on, say it louder. Okay.
She said it was good. All right, very good. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to actually move on to our student representative report. Are we having a dual report this evening? Oh, dual. Okay. So we have both Mr. Ingerman and Ms. Marchetti doing the report. And we must comment on the suit, Mr. Ingerman, because is this a prom suit? I think I saw some pictures.
This was my prom suit, yes.
Yes, okay, well, thank you very much for your patriotism today. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right, so first off, we have the art and design show. It's Friday from 5 to 9 and Saturday from 12 to 2 in the T3 lobby, ran by our wonderful Miss Brown.
Then we have our new executive SGA board for next year. So the president will be Ella Selfon, vice president will be Lucas Hart, treasurer will be Caitlin Christie, corresponding secretary will be Betsy Kasparian, and recording secretary will be Grace Carter.
Seniors, we had our prom on Thursday. We would like to thank Mrs. Rosen and the senior class officers for all their hard work.
Then Downey and Wong won a Metro Award for graphic design for the Landis Fund.
Last night we had the awards and a scholarships night for the seniors.
And last week was the underclass award ceremony.
Habitat for Humanity is doing the community volleyball game on Monday, June 17th at 7 p.m. So, if I'm not wrong, I think I missed you here for help. I believe by Monday we should be raised like $50,000 out of 140. So, get it there.
And members, a few members of our track and field team competed in the state sectionals last week.
Then we have Mahwah Jr. Elizabeth Cranes won Athlete of the Week, and that's not all. Also committed in Division I lacrosse at Long Island University in the same week.
And we have our spring sports awards later tomorrow.
And then my last report ever, we had the senior sunrise a few weeks ago, very early in the morning. And that's all we have.
Thank you very much. And we would actually just like to take a moment to recognize both of you and your contributions on the board and serving as student representatives. This is actually something that last year was our first year. This is our second year, and it's really very heartwarming to have students who are so poised, who speak so well, and present good information so we know what's going on at the high school. So we thank you both, and we have a little, we'd like to give you something. And Dr. DeToro is going to read a bio first. Okay, so here's our student recognition of both of you.
So just to share a little bit about our student reps, they don't just come in, they be a student and go home. They have a wide variety of experiences and roles in our district. So I'll start with Ms. Gabby Marchetti. Ms. Marchetti, throughout her time as a student representative, serving as a liaison to the Board of Education, has presented with a professionalism beyond her years. We appreciate Gabby serving in this capacity for the district while fully participating in our school community. Ms. Marchetti has participated as a student athlete on our tennis and golf teams and has taken part as a member of our Habitat for Humanity Club, along with the high school's Student Government Association, where she served as president. As Ms. Marchetti graduates from Mahwah High School, she is the recipient of the Gold Scholastic Award and will be attending Clemson University this upcoming fall, where she will be majoring in business with a concentration in marketing.
Our second student representative is Mr. Max Ingerman, who has served as a student representative to the Board of Ed this school year, exhibiting a thoughtfulness in his reports to the community. In this capacity, Max has dedicated his time to the district amongst a vast array of experiences as a student leader at Mahwah High School. As a student athlete, Max has served on our football, basketball, and baseball teams. He has also been an active participant in Athletes in Action, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Habitat for Humanity, the Sports Talk Club, and the Student Government Association. As Mr. Ingerman graduates from Mahwah High School, he is the recipient of the Scholastic Silver Award and will be attending Kent State University in the fall to study in their aviation program.
All right, we know both of them have a bright future. So again, thank you very much, and we really do appreciate your time with us on the board. Now we're going to move on to our retirees recognition. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Fair, who will go through that for us. Thank you.
So we'll be honoring all of our retirees for the district this evening. We do have an announcement that is actually on this evening's agenda for Mr. Michael Feeney. He's in the crowd somewhere. There he is. So Mr. Feeney teaches social studies at Rampart Ridge Middle School, and in announcing his retirement effective October 31st of next school year, he will serve the district for 31 years. Mike has come from a family of educators. In fact, Mr. Feeney's grandmother also taught in New York City from 1936 through 1967, where her photograph hung in his classroom to remind him of her legacy. The anecdote of Mr. Feeney's grandmother is a critical story for him and is emblematic of him as a teacher, in that he is known for telling stories and making the stories of people the center of his classroom instruction for social studies. Mr. Feeney is known as a man of service, serving 2 deployments in the Army Reserves and also in considering his career teaching as his calling and his service to the school building as a meaningful one. We are grateful for Mr. Feeney's contributions to the district, to our program, and most importantly, to our students. So, thank you, Mr. Feeney. So over the course of this last school year, we've announced a total of 16 retirees over the course of the 23-24 school year, all of which have given an impressive 384 years of service to the school district. Our retirees consist of paraprofessionals, administrative assistants, teachers, child studies members, and a member from our leadership team. Collectively, our school community took the time to say goodbye to each of you, highlighting memories of you here over this marked period of time. What you've done here is beyond work. What you've done here is deeply personal, as we know, and the change you made on our kids and each other is something that will be remembered. So we'll play the video, and then we will honor our retirees.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge Danielle and her incredible support as a supervisor. Danielle has been more than just a supervisor, she's a true collaborator. Whenever I needed advice or ideas to help my students, she was always willing to take on the challenge with me, trying to approaches and thinking outside the box. Thanks to her valuable feedback and contribution, I have been able to grow and evolve as a teacher. Her willingness to explore innovative strategies and her unwavering support has made a significant impact on my professional development. So thank you, Danielle, for being such an inspiring and supportive supervisor. Your guidance truly made a difference.
Hey, Linda. I'd like to think I played well enough at this point to know that you're sitting in the chair squirming right now because your feet have to be next on you, but that's too bad. There ain't too many to take back. 40 plus years in education, thousands and thousands of students taught. The accolades are definitely well deserved, so sit back and enjoy it. I just want to thank you for all that you've done in all the lives that positively impacted your time here in Mahwah. That's not just your students, that's colleagues, your administrators, everyone's had a pleasure working with you. You are an institution here in Mahwah, and you're historically this education. Personally, the 7.5 years that I got to work with you, I really had a great time. You accepted me with open arms, and I can't thank you enough for that as a supervisor. That's the world. I wish you nothing but the best for retirement. Enjoy it every day. Enjoy every moment you get to spend with your Take care. Have a good evening.
Miss Emily, I'll never forget you because you are the one that taught me how to read. I love your classroom because all the fun tools that help me learn. I will miss you.
Hi, this message is for Coach Reno. Jeff, it's been my pleasure to work with you for the past 28 years. I can't thank you enough for all that you've given the student athletes and the students here at Mahwah High School. From the time you played here in high school to your teaching career of 31 years to the close to 50 seasons that you put in with our teams from that time you were in school throughout your coaching career. You've always been the epitome of class and dignity. You've given absolutely everything you have to the student athletes of Mahwah High School and the Mahwah Athletic Program, and you'll be missed dearly. Mahwah High School won't be the same without you, and just can't say enough to put into words what you've meant to this school for a really long time. Thank you very much.
Danielle, congratulations on your retirement. I really can't believe that I'm at the stage where my peers are retiring. It seems really strange. I really remember 5 years ago, very vividly, they came to my room and I was teaching algebra and pre-algebra at the time, and you sat down and you said, don't say no to that. Knowing how comfortable I was teaching math and how, unwilling to change sometimes I am. You laid out before me the new STEAM program, and we kind of originally thought that would be a good candidate for a running program. And the next 6 months I spent learning all the new technology that I would need to run the program, and it was the best move I made in my career. Reinvigorated my enthusiasm for teaching, and it really restarted my career, and I had to be grateful for that. Thank you very much for that, for getting me out of the math department. So congratulations on your retirement again. Enjoy it, and I'll be joining you in a few years.
Hi there, my name is Karen Murphy. I have worked for me for a long time on the class study team. We both started in 1998. I started in February. She started in April. And we're retiring together, which is kind of cool. Laura is amazing. She is the consummate professional. She's intelligent, she's kind, she's knowledgeable, she's everything. I can't tell you how many times I called her. So it would be, oh my gosh, what do I do about the transition part of the site? Oh, Laura. I don't know, what should I do procedurally with this part of the IEP? Call Laura. I'm having a rough day. I need some guidance. Call Laura. She is amazing. She's special. She's like a rock. She's like our person on the team. And I am so lucky I'm lucky to have started with her, I'm lucky to leave with her. Laura, we all love you, we all respect you, and we wish you all the best.
My name is Nicole Anderson, and this year I took Mrs. McNamara's Algebra 2 class. I really enjoyed her class this year, and I did struggle at first, but she helped me become more confident in math, and now that the year is over, I feel that I'm walking away from this class with much more skills and confidence in my math abilities. But math isn't the only thing I take away from this class. I enjoyed the different moments we had together. For example, in the morning, we would get a daily question or a question asking something about us, whether it's our weekend, something we like to do. And it's always fun when we would have time sometimes before we start class. We would go over the questions, and there's some really funny questions that we would go over and laugh about and discuss about, which is always a highlight of memories. And I overall just like Miss McNamara's kind personality, her smile, and overall positive attitude that she brings to the classroom. So, Mrs. McNamara, I'm wishing you the best in your retirement and your new journey that you're starting. Thank you for being a great teacher.
Hi, Mr. Kyle. We miss you so much. Every time I walk down the hall, I see the pretty flowers that you helped us take care of us. I hope to see you soon. Bye.
When I started working at the Ridge 8 years ago, Linda Walter took me under her wing, and she's dedicated, I know, over the past 3 years to education. So every year on back to school night, I watch her welcoming our former students back to her classroom, whose children are now her students that year, sitting in those chairs, and that is truly remarkable. So I can really only speak to the last 8 years that I have been here, and that time we have worked very closely together in the science department, also working together on the school play, done the stage crew, and of course she has been the director of the Disney plays that we have had. Of course, knowing Linda, you know her love of Disney. And every year it is, I think, her love for the kids and her dedication that cause her to outdo herself every year with these plays. And somehow every year the play is better than the previous. Her dedication to her students and all of her roles, I think, is truly inspiring. I'm not sure what this was with her for so many years, but I wonder if it might be her hearty breakfast of 3 Malamars that I know she has every morning. And I also learned we really need to plan for this because they only made Malamars in the fall. Linda is one who plans ahead, to her credit, and she's always prepared. So I might have to try and apply that and buy all the Malamars on the shelf this fall in honor of Linda. Here's to you as you embark on this new, very well-deserved life chapter. Your legacy will endure, and you will be missed.
Thank you, Ms. Beebe, for always being so supportive of our school and program here. We love you, we're going to miss you so much, and thank you for everything you've done with us with creating machines and bringing the group together.
Thank you so much for teaching us how to create mistakes and helping me throughout the year.
Thank you so much for helping us with the creative stuff. We're all going to miss you and have a great time.
Thank you, Steve. We also miss you so much.
I'm sorry, I just said you helped me grow up throughout the past 2 years, and I really appreciate that. I'm so glad to have you. Hope you enjoy your retirement. Bye.
Hi Jackie, I'm so excited for you in this next chapter, but the impact that you have made on our math department and within the Partners PLC will be felt for years to come. You have been an amazing friend and coworker. I miss you so much. I've learned so much from you. You set the bar very high. We've had such great experiences together at our roundtables, PLC together for help and discussing our strategies. You have just really motivated me to keep up with you. You are such an amazing part of our math department, year. And I thank you for just really being willing to come back. We love you so much. We're going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. And thank you for everything that you've done for all of us here at Mahwah School.
You said that you were so kind and caring and loving. You helped me when I'm confused and you helped me with my letters. Thank you, Lord.
This is Murphy. I was called around by somebody who's very studying to tell you how amazing you are and why. I don't think it can be described. It's just too amazing to describe. Thank you for all that you've done for me and for everybody else in the school. And that's all I have.
Like Feeney, you are truly one of the best people and teachers that I know. Every single ounce of energy you gave to your students in this district. Whether it was interviewing their parents back to school night to find out about that one little piece of knowledge that would make connections with their kids, whether it was analyzing the JK reading and writing data so that you could reach every skill set that they needed, whether it was learning a language so that you could say hello, goodbye, or ask questions in that native language, or creating lessons around all those interests you learned about. I truly, truly am going to miss you. I am so grateful for the time and energy and the service that you gave to workmates, because yes, you truly, truly approached this job as a service activity. You served me, you served the kids, you served the department, you served the district, and most importantly, you served and gave us your best here at Rainbow Ridge.
Hi everyone, my name is Callie Nichols and I'm a current student in Ms. McNamara's multivariable calculus class, and I had a last year calculus PC as well. There are a couple things that are guaranteed when you walk into one of Ms. McNamara's math classes, and the first is that you will be greeted with a huge smile. Ms. McNamara is one of the most joyful people that I've had the privilege of meeting here at Mahwah High School, and just to be greeted like that every day makes math class a whole lot better. Another thing that you will engage in some riveting and very challenging mathematics, but it's really helpful when you have one of the smartest people here at Mahwah High School guiding you. And Ms. McNamara, I am so thankful for all that you've done for me and how you've guided me along my career here at Mahwah High School. And one thing I'll never forget about our class is our insightful conversations with our morning questions and all of our DIY conversations about what we're doing next with our grades.
There's a quote by Stephen King: "The most important things are the hardest to say. They are the things you get ashamed of because words diminish them." Barb, it's impossible for me to find the right words to summarize a 28-year career of total devotion to colleagues, parents, and students. How do you take care of everyone else around you before considering your own needs? Though it's true that words like kindness, generosity, and selflessness are very meaningful, they're just not enough. None of us enters this profession with dreams of wealth or riches, though we gladly take them if they were offered. And teachers dream of making an impact, making a difference, of leaving something behind that's bigger than ourselves. Barb, there is a light and an energy that you bring to JK every single day. And it follows you down the hallway into your classroom, where it just wraps itself around every single one of your students and all of your colleagues and friends. As you make this gigantic leap and exit the stage of your life, I hope you have time to reflect, look back, and give yourself the credit you deserve. I hope you at least have an inkling of the lives that you changed and the impact you made. I'm so grateful for our friendship, and I hope you know that I'm a better teacher, mother, and person because of you. And the world truly is a better place because of you and the work you do. What a gift you've given all of us. Congratulations on your retirement. You deserve it. I hope it's everything you've ever dreamed of and more. So, I brought some experts with me here today who would like to say a little something on your behalf.
Miss Conley, I love how you always keep your coffee and after you've told us plenty of times to stop talking. I love how I can always walk into school knowing that you're going to
You always find a way to help us, even if you don't know the solution at first. For example, there was an irony math question a few months ago, and you helped me, even though we didn't know the solution at first. But after working together, we got it, and it was right. I love how you always look on the bright side and always see the good in each one of your students. You always come up with innovative ideas and innovative projects. For example, our constellation project you're doing right now. I love how you always give out Rice Krispie treats when we're hungry. Enjoy the seaside life.
Miss Conway, I love how you never raise your voice, ever. Like, even when you're really annoying with us, tell us 100 times about coffee, you still never raise your voice, always keep it up. I also love how you give us fun and engaging activities, and like in active, for example, and like amazing projects like our individual coaching project. Instead of just making us sit, take notes, and boring quizzes. You also help me refine my skills in math and science, and taught me so many new skills. Yes. Thank you so much for being my teacher. And I have one final message. J-E-T-F,
Congratulations. Debbie, what can I say? I first met you 10 years ago. We were teaching first grade at Meadows. I remember your positive energy, your candid attitude, and your talk. Since then, you taught preschool and ultimately ended your career in special education, where I had the pleasure of working with you for 7 years. And going to miss you so much. This district has been so lucky to have you as an advocate for students and progress. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I just know that when you work with a student, you give your all to that student. And I've seen you, and I've seen those aha moments, and I know how special they are to you. I know that it's not going to stop with you and today, because you're going to continue your career in private education, and you're so lucky to have a teacher like you. I think every child who has worked with you has received something truly special.
Coach Reno, congratulations on your retirement. You've accomplished some great things over your time here at Mahwah High School, from state championships to coaching thousands of athletes in multiple different sports, and teaching probably tens of thousands of students. I bet you can ask each one of them, and they'll have a Coach Reno story or a memory that's something to be proud of as an educator and a coach for all these years. Outside of that, it's hard for any coach to go out there and speak to other coaches and then not to have a Coach Reno story. You know, you made a lasting impression on everyone you've worked with and coached against. Again, that's, says something to your legacy. All you've done for the people in Mahwah and the students here at Mahwah High School, thank you very much for that. You'll be missed as a teacher and an educator, while I'm glad to still have you as a friend.
Hi Carol. We just wanted to say that we are so sorry that you are leaving us, but we're so happy for you at the same time. You've been a cornerstone of Joyce Kilmer and this building for so long, building a foundation for students and families, and those connections have gone on and traveled with them as they go to other schools and even beyond Mahwah schools. Your perspective is always appreciated, and the insight you provide regarding students and their families, and even the insight regarding staff, it's unmatched. Totally, and you said it perfectly. But Carol, I will miss you terribly. I will spend time with you. My go-to to pick up the phone quickly and ask for advice or help for my next meeting love you and miss you already, and it's bittersweet and really miss.
My Katie was the very first colleague to come to my classroom and welcome me to our original school way back on February 1st, 2001, the day I started my career here. I will never forget that. He offered me support, guidance, and friendship. And we connected that where we grew up and the fact that we both went to the same high school and shared teacher in common. As we started to work together that year and in subsequent years, I came to understand through students and other colleagues what an amazing, amazing educator he was. He truly met students where they were and transformed their understanding of world history and its impact on the modern world. Mike honorably served his country through 2 separate deployments while working here at Mahwah Middle School, and we all learned what a true hero is when he had to leave his young family during those times, and then he jumped right back into teaching when he returned. And we're all so excited to have him back home, but nobody more so than Dana, Colin, and Hudson. I've chaperoned innumerable field trips with him, mostly across Valley, both as a teacher and as an assistant principal, and I'm so grateful to him for taking over the legendary tale of Julius Forstmann on the Frost Valley trip approximately 13 years ago. I don't know how anyone is ever going to be able to fill his shoes and tell me that story. It's certainly happened to me, and I may have to convince him to meet us at Frost Valley again each year. Mike has influenced countless students' lives for better and more through his instruction and his genuine care for them through school and beyond. And I venture to say there will be nobody else that Mike can walk through these halls again. I adore you, Mike. I adore your family, and I wish you all the best in retirement. And I'm not ready to say goodbye. We will wait until October, and then I'll probably bumble through something and start a good one. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
So, I say this every year, but, I don't, there are people on this list I just never expected to retire. I know it's all part of it, right? But, since I've been in this position for 10 years, I never expected anything to leave. So, I see Jackie McNamara crying, so we did our part. You've all just been not only wonderful teachers, but really wonderful human beings. So a round of applause for all of our retirees. So we'll call up our retirees one by one. Of our 16 retirees, we have 9 in attendance this evening. We just have a small gesture for you to remember your time here in Mahwah. It's a glass apple that obviously represents our profession. The wooden base was actually created by our woodworking students at Mahwah High School, which is really cool. So we'll start with Barb Connolly. She is a teacher at Grace Elementary School. Next we have Carol Murphy, school social worker at the greatness that is Debbie Benvenuto, the Christian and Central Jackie McNamara, teacher of math at Mahwah High School. Dr. Victoria just whispered, is she 100? Yes, she's a joyful smile, right?
They're chasing her. Wait.
I guess while she's standing, Miss Daniel Hallway, supervisor. Mr. Jeff Remo. Mr. Michael Feeney, teacher of social studies, middle school. And lastly, certainly not least, Ms. Linda Walter. So, one last round of applause for our retirees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I feel like this is like a list of, this is like the all-star team. Honestly, it's like legends. Actually, both my children are graduating in their 20s, and I think of the retirees, they've had most of them. Coach Remo coached my son and went to 2 championships. But real role models, all of you. So, and again, thank you for your dedication, your commitment, and I think you'll be truly, truly missed in this district. So again, we wish you all the best on behalf of the Board of Education. Thank you. And if you decide retirement's not it, we're still here. So please come. Anyway, thank you again. We're going to recess to executive session, so I need a motion on the floor from Mr. Guzmarski, second by Mr. Hughes. You can feel free to mill around, or we'll be going to another room for executive session. Thank you all. We should be about 15 minutes for executive session. Thank you all. All right, I need to, all right, we need motion to reconvene the public action meeting. Mr. Kuzinski, second by Mr. Hughes. All right, we have already had our student representative report. Let's turn it over to Dr. DeToro for superintendent's report.
Okay. I have 3 things to share with the board. This is hot off the press. We've been speaking all year about QSAC. I just received this email yesterday. I'm happy to share it with you and read it into the record. This is from the State of New Jersey Department of Education, and it reads, and you have it also in your packet. Dr. DeToro, pursuant to the requirements of NJAC 6A:30, the Mahwah Township Public School District has undergone the New Jersey Quality Single Accountability Continuum, NJQSAC review. The Bergen County Executive Superintendent and the team conducted a review of the school district self-assessment on the District Performance Review, DPR, document to verify the school district's compliance with all 5 areas of NJQSAC. Based on that review, the school district has been placed on a continuum in the 5 NJQSAC areas, which are instruction and program, fiscal management, governance, operations, and personnel. The completed NJQSAC County Office review resulted in the district receiving the following placement scores for each area listed below. NJQSAC area instruction and program 85%, fiscal management 100%, governance 100%, operations 95%, personnel 100%. These placement results will be provided to the State Board of Education at an upcoming meeting. Please be advised that New Jersey QSAC regulations require that the District Board of Education to report these placement results at the next regularly scheduled board meeting. I am pleased to inform you that your district has satisfied at least 80% of the weighted indicators in each of 5 areas of the New Jersey QSAC review process and has been designated as high performing. I repeat, high performing. Thank you. Thank you. The Commissioner will recommend to the State Board of Education that the district be certified as providing a thorough and efficient system of education for a period of 3 years or until the next NJQSAC review, which is in 3 years. Congratulations on this accomplishment. So there's that one. Another major accomplishment, maybe even more exciting, is we've spoken in previous meetings about our future problem solvers. Our future problem solvers had traveled to Indiana, and there was a project called Project Outreach that they proposed at the competition. This is for the world's competition. Project Outreach, our team of community problem solvers from Mahwah High School, achieved an outstanding 4th place out of 40 international teams in the senior division of the community problem solving competition. In addition to this remarkable feat, they received an award and grant from the Project Management Institute Education Foundation, recognizing their exceptional ability to create a project aimed at future sustainability. Every year, students in our community problem-solving class undertake a thorough research process to identify a range of school and community issues. Then they select a focus area for the year, dedicating themselves to implementing solutions that address the identified problems. This year, Project Outreach chose to concentrate on the needs of our growing multilingual learner population. These students who are new to both our country and our community face unique challenges. Project Outreach has worked tirelessly to support these learners, aiming to enhance their high school experience. To kickstart their initiative, the students raised awareness and funds through a booth at our town fair, Mahwah Day, and organized several bake sales. The funds collected were then used to implement their solutions, which they categorized into 3 main areas: social support, basic needs, and educational assistance. Their comprehensive approach has had a significant impact, demonstrating their dedication and resourcefulness. Project Outreach, utilizing 6-step problem-solving skills and their Thunderbird connections, have built meaningful relationships and made a direct impact on families within our school community. And if I could just remind you, this is the same organization that the executive superintendent of Bergen County came in and provided them with the state recognition as well. So we are extremely proud of our students and the faculty that are leading our students. It's incredible work, and to hear them talk with the passion that they have is really, really heartwarming. So congratulations to the Mahwah High School future problem solvers. My last celebration is, this is my favorite part of the year when I was a principal. My favorite day as a principal was field day. And we were able to get to a couple field days this year and to see the kids out. First of all, we were so fortunate. The weather was absolutely incredible for the past couple of weeks, and we lucked out. We didn't have to use any rain days. But I just want to highlight the PE staff at the K-5 level put in a tremendous amount of work. We want to thank all of our volunteers that helped out to make that special day possible. To see the kids out there playing and having a good time and building those social bonds is something that's really special. And to see the staff taking part in the games and the administration taking part in the games. The staff games at the end got very competitive, and it was fun to see the teachers and the paraprofessionals and the principals in that. So thank you so much to our K-5 staff.
My wife came home exhausted.
I'm sure. It's a big day. It's a big day.
Thank you, Dr. Torah, for your report. And a hearty congratulations to the administrative team on the wonderful QSAC results, because we know that you guys spend countless hours in preparation for them, and then with them, and then waiting for the results. So we understand the undertaking that it is, sincere thanks to you, to Dr. Fair, to Mr. Bleeker, to Dr. Bavino, and to Ms. Rizzo for getting us as a high-performing district. So thank you very much. And I think a round of applause for our administrative team as well. All right, let's move on to agenda questions. Please limit your questions at this time to resolutions under new business on this agenda. As a matter of fairness, you're asked to limit your questions to no more than one and your remarks to no longer than 3 minutes. If you're here representing a group, please identify yourself, the group, and your position in the group. If you are here as an individual, please give us your name and address. This section of public participation will be limited to 15 minutes. I need a motion to open the meeting to the public. Mr. Gallo, second by Mr. Kaczmarski. All right, we are officially open to the public. Seeing no one coming forward at this time, I need a motion to close the meeting to the public. Mr. Coughlin, second by Mr. Gallo. Thank you very much. Mr. Bleeker, do you have a report for us this evening?
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple I sent an email out to members of the board. There were a couple of additions made to the agenda tonight that are itemized as asterisks on the agenda. I just want to briefly review them. The first is a contract with Bergen County Special Services for providing services to non-public students in our district during the 24-25 school year. Second is a contract with U.S. Omni Services. They provide 403B services and is our third-party administrator for administering the 403B plan options to our employees. They also monitor to make sure that we stay in compliance with all IRS regulations. And the last item that was added to the agenda was disposal of surplus property. We do have a couple items in our cafeteria as well as our maintenance and store equipment for disposal. So those items are listed on the agenda. Afterwards, we will advertise them on the GovDeals website that we use for auction purposes. There are several items on the agenda tonight that are related to technology, legal grants, and finance. I want to take a moment to thank the Finance Committee. Last week, we spoke about all those agenda items at length and provided a committee report to members of the board. And thank you for the time spent during that. This is the last meeting before summer, so just want to wish everyone a enjoyable summer recess. And my last meeting here with the board, just want to thank all members of the board, both past and present, for your service to the community. It was a pleasure working with you, and all the best. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Fair, do you have a report for us this evening?
I do. There's just a lot of really great things happening. I was debating, I know we had the retiree honoring, but there's just some good things that I think the board needs to be aware of. So the first, if you can see on the screen, those are retirees. There we go. All right, so this is Lucas Hart. In front of you is a press release. The press release highlights Lucas Hart's work. So over the course of the 23-24 school year, we've spotlighted our woodworking program a few times to the board. And another highlight of the program is rising senior Lucas Hart. He's working on an 11-foot, 450-pound boat that will float and will be able to accommodate him and Izzy, his Airedale Terrier Poodle, and future boating buddy. The boat takes up a huge space in the woodshop classroom already, where other students are busy building tables and chairs that double as step stools. Our communications consultant has submitted a press release on Lucas' story, and we're excited to ultimately see the final product. He obviously will be working on this through his senior year. So that's something that we think is really cool, and Lucas is really pumped about it. The second piece, we've also talked about our Soaring Thunderbirds. Mahwah High School has instituted this recognition program for students and staff monthly that have exemplified the T-BIRDS acronym. T for trusted, B for brave, I for inspiring, R for resilient, D for determined, and S for spirited. Over the course of the 23-24 school year, we've obviously been able to highlight some of those recipients. And yesterday, Dr. Otoro and I were able to attend the culminating breakfast that was provided to all those recipients collectively at Mahwah High School. So it was a beautiful event that exemplifies what we're all about here at Mahwah. The third piece, Max already made mention of this. I'll be there on Saturday, but we have the Mahwah High School Art Show. If you haven't been, you really need to check it out. It will be this upcoming Friday and Saturday at the lower lobby in the Thunderbird Think Tank. It will feature student artwork, woodworking projects, as well as live music.
And the boat.
Yeah, and the boat. Also in front of you is a recognition certificate. Our Thunderbird Partnership Program has been recognized by Character.org for our program, which is built on the premise goodness in action to contribute to the field of character development. This Promising Practice Award is a precursor to our District of Character application, which we hope to submit in the future. So we're excited about that. And lastly, the superintendent for the day, I just want to thank Miss Jansen, Noel. She did an awesome job. It was a joy to have her, but I thought that it was important to just highlight one of her quotes because she was speaking some wise words for such a young person. She was asking, like, how can I help you, right? So we were posing to Ms. Jansen, some of the things that we're working through as leaders in the district. And when we were talking about one topic, she said, we're all human and it's okay if we make mistakes. And we all looked at each other and were like, she's right. So congratulations to Ms. Jansen and Ms. Jansen. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fair, for your report. My report this evening, I just want to congratulate and wish all the best to all the seniors. I hope they're enjoying all their last activities here at Mahwah High School. It's a very exciting time as they look forward to the future and whatever their career path may be, if it's the military or vocational training, college. Enjoy the time because it's a really special time to be together with your fellow seniors, and everyone have a great summer. And take some time to really do something new and exciting for yourself. So that's it on my end. Do we have board committee reports this evening? Mr. Gallo. No, Mr. Kaufman. I don't like this setup. I apologize. I can't see all the way at the end. Okay, Mr. Kaufman.
Real quick with transportation, we met last week. 34 transportation waivers have been submitted so far for next school year. We're going to be working with the high school to get the seniors to fill them out, so they know they have their permits for parking. They'll be handed the waiver to fill out. There should be another 100 or so, maybe more, coming out of the senior class alone. And then the culvert project and Fardo app is on our horizon. We'll be looking at that shortly. All of the summer school transportation and summer program transportation has all been set up. And that was about it for me. I just wanted to, on behalf of the transportation committee, thank Kyle publicly. I thanked him at our meeting. I thank him for all the years of support and guidance. And thank him for the push and the encouragement to start the transportation committee. I really appreciate all your support over the years. Thanks, Kyle. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Kaufman. Mr. Gallo, do you report for this evening?
I have two brief reports. Finance and facilities, we met last week. We have a slew of summer projects that are coming to the district to make some improvements and replace some worn out equipment, boilers and water heaters. On the technology front, so those of us who were here in the district when Promethean boards first arrived, those first generation Promethean boards will now be replaced with newfangled high technology super duper Promethean boards that are amazing. And we're going to be starting that project at JK with the replacement of 32 Promethean boards at a cost of just over $142,000. So that's very exciting for the JK community. As we've been reporting throughout the year, our cash management program has been in full operation. And even though June is sort of a high disbursement month, we're still able to roll over some money into a higher yielding CD to the benefit of the district. There's many items on our agenda today I'm not going to really get into, but they're either all related to contracts that help us with our facilities and preparing for new facility projects, lease renewals for the YMCA. We have an agenda item to hire a consulting company to cover when Kyle leaves us for a short period of time, basically for 3 weeks in July. So if anybody's any questions, obviously you can reach out, but we recommend all of these items for approval at tonight's meeting. I just want to end up on a final note. Last week was our last finance facility meeting with Kyle. I started my service here in the district in January 16. Kyle started a few months earlier, fall of 2015. And we've been working together on finance facilities and negotiations through that whole period. In every instance, I've always found Kyle to be always focused on the best interest of our district and our students. Over his tenure, about $15 million in capital projects completed, including the T3 building, all completed without additional taxpayer support. Our facilities program is proactive, ensuring that our learning spaces are functional and safe. Through the pandemic, the district continued to function and our financial strength was maintained so that when school bounced back, we were ready to serve students again and to address learning loss issues. For the first time in memory, the district completed 2 ramp cycles of negotiations with our teachers union that were completed prior to the end of those contracts. I believe that was the first time in 25 years that was accomplished. So these are things that happened under his watch, and I give credit to Kyle for making those things happen. On behalf of myself, and I thank him for his service as board secretary, to the district in general, and to me personally, for helping me to become an effective board member. So thank you, Kyle, and I wish you all the best in your new district. Thank you. And on one other note, on negotiations, we do have the supervisor's contract is up for our vote this evening. Item 20Q. I encourage you to vote positively for that resolution. And this is the last activity of the negotiations committee until January of 2027. So we look forward to a respite in our activities, a hiatus. And I think in all three of these negotiations, the district is in a better spot than where we were before, as well as our employees. These are win-win agreements for the district and for our employees. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Gallo. Anyone down here on this end? Okay. On behalf of Instruction and Curriculum, just a short report. Speaking of the woodworking course, we received an update that there was going to be from Dennis Jarvis and Dan Catazone, that there will be some additional pilot units in that course on framing, sheetrock, electrical, and plumbing into the Intro to Woodworking and Furniture Design course for next year. And there will be a proposed rebranding of the course name. But really this came out of the STEAM initiative, caused an influx of technology and a renewed interest in skilled trades and home maintenance. The current Introduction to Woodworking and Furniture Design course focuses heavily on craftsmanship and traditional woodworking. They want to build on that and add in more technology and pilot units in framing, basic electricity and sheetrocking, repair, and that will be added in maybe the spring portion of the course. So, priority is always safety in these courses, but our current teachers have certifications for construction technology. So it's really very exciting. Next, they may be building a house. Well, they are doing that too through Habitat for Humanity, but again, the sky is endless, as they say, limitless. We also had an update from Nikki Van Ness regarding a new book that is going to be a resource for the AP Government and Politics course called Bill of Obligations, The 10 Habits of Good Citizens by Richard Haas. They're going to add this book in to the AP Government and Politics class, which focuses on the analysis of our Constitution, its philosophy, and real-world application. Our summer meeting for curriculum approvals will be August 27th, and we will be on hiatus until then. So that's all for instruction and curriculum. Let's move on then to board member remarks. I'd actually like to say a few remarks to Kyle, as this is your final meeting this evening. And I would just like to take the opportunity to say, we've worked together for many years, Kyle. And Kyle's kind of the gatekeeper who grants you entrance to the board. Kyle's the guy, he's the first person you have contact with when you're running for election, and then when you win your election, and then when you're getting settled in as a board member. He's always there to lend a helping hand. He sends you emails about trainings and things that you need to do. And if you ever have a question about procedure or how things should be done, you can always call Kyle. On first meeting, Kyle can seem a little reserved until you get to know him, and then he opens up and he's very easy to talk with and ask questions to. Kyle is patient, and even though he may get frustrated at times with the fact that I'm technologically challenged, he will have a sheepish grin, which he has now, knowing that he's going to gladly help me, but wondering why we might don't quite know that information. It's okay. As president, there have been countless times that I've asked Kyle for help in looking into something, putting together information on a specific topic, and he will always get the job done. His conservative approach has led our district to maintaining fiscal stability and being in a great standing during his tenure here. Kyle always placed taxpayers' dollars as his priority and made sure that all financial decisions were well thought out and considerate, keeping our district in the forefront. Kyle, you will be missed by Mahwah and our board, but as happens in life, you must pursue new challenges and walk through new doors. We wish you only the best of luck in your new endeavor in the other district and with the new board. And thank you again for everything, and best of luck to you. Any other board member remarks? Mr. Coughlin?
I had the privilege of attending the Achievement Awards, National Honor Society Awards, and Senior Awards over the last week and a half. And if you've never been to any of these, I encourage all board members to go. It's incredibly impressive what our students are doing. I know you in high school, but at the Honor Society there were 49 students that were inducted, 37 juniors and 12 seniors. And to see what these kids are accomplishing throughout their career in high school is very, very impressive. What stood out to me last night at the Senior Awards, Courtney Corella gave out the Foreign Language Awards, and one of them, 60 students, by literacy, were acknowledged. So 60 now. Unfortunately, not all 60 were there, but they called up all 60, and it was a long night. But also to see what our students have accomplished, especially the seniors for the last 4 years. The ACT, the SAT awards, perfect scores, it's absolutely incredible. And I would encourage all board members to attend these, because it really shows what we do here really does matter. It really does have an impact on our students' success. So next year, please mark that on your calendars and attend. And congratulations to all the students that have won awards over the last week and a half. And being that this is our last one before graduation, congratulations to the class of 24, and best of luck in all their future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. Coughlin. Anyone else? Mr. Gallo?
There were 4 board members last night at Senior Awards night, and it is absolutely a must-attend event, because at the end of the day, it's the product that we're putting out. And one of the things I found last night, unlike some other previous years, the awards were widely dispersed to a large number of students in a wide variety of areas. There were some kids who picked up a whole bunch, but there were a whole bunch of kids who were onesies and twosies here and there in a variety of areas. It exemplifies the depth and breadth of our programming and the interest of our students, and it's always an honor and a privilege to be there. But I would also add to Brett's comment saying thank you to all the people who volunteer to raise money, the people who donate money outright to pay for the scholarships that were awarded. I think Mr. Cleota said there were $135,000 in scholarships awarded last night. So that again doesn't happen by accident. That happens through the thoughtful, dedicated work of many, many, many people who make that happen. So thank you to the benefactors, and please keep supporting us. And finally, just on a final note, I work at the election at the polls. This year I worked at Firehouse number 2, District 3, and we had a student work with us. There were 12 students from the high school working throughout the 14 election districts in Mahwah. The feedback from Ms. Fogarty was that the kids all had a great time. I know that the young student, the junior was with us, Emily Long. She handled every single situation with professionalism. She had a smile on her face. She had a good sense of humor. The elderly among us in the poll room basically gave her financial literacy all afternoon. She should be exempt. She's all set for financial literacy. We're going over compounding, tax advantage, retirement savings, a whole variety of things. She's well set for her life. She was also, the night before, she was at the National Honor Society induction, and that night she was going to the Underclassmen Achievement Award. This is again one of those superstar Mahwah students who is putting herself out in the community for an important process like the election. And come the general election, when it's going to be very, very busy, we need more and more students to be involved. They make the election process go so much faster. So I just want to recognize that activity as well.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Gallo. Ms. Jansen.
Just wanted to say that it was a great experience going through negotiations and getting our 2 contracts. And so thank you to the committee.
hosting her. She had a great time. I can see it in her face, and I think that's just a wonderful way we have partnership with the MSF and other organizations like that getting back to the school. And just want to also thank Kyle for providing a smooth onboarding for me and being so willing to ask questions. I know our time is short together, but you've always been very kind, thoughtful, and so informative with answering the questions. So I just wanted to thank you and wish you the best of luck this time.
Thank you, Ms. Jansen. Mr. Kuzmarski.
Right. No? I think it's on. I'd be remiss if I didn't wish you well, Kyle, and thank you for all your help. It's been a pleasure being on this board as a board member and working with you, but also being the township administrator and working with you in that capacity for the past several years on some great projects, some shared services, and some things we've done that isn't normal in the state of New Jersey. It's all to some mentions. You take this seriously in the sense that every dollar counts and every dollar comes from the taxpayer. Every dollar is important. And treat them just as sacredly as they should be treated. So, wish you well. I am, after hearing Brett's comment, I'm happy that you won't be around for the Florida replacement. I think you are probably happy about that too. But we wish you well and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Kuzmarski, and I think Mr. Bleeker wanted to say a few things.
Yeah, just one last comment I wanted to say as well. Thank you very much for all of the comments. Once again, share one of the best. I would be remiss, however, to not recognize that many of the things that were mentioned. I know Mr. Gallo mentioned they were done on my watch, but it was by no means at all. It was many of those projects were done because I was part of a larger team. Whether it was the team in the business office, team in the central office, or administrators within the district. So I have to, again, thank you all. I appreciate those comments. But I need to recognize and say that they were done as part of with, it could not be accomplished without the other team members that I worked with on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bleeker. All right, let's go to 19A.
I have one last question.
Oh, sorry.
My wife would be angry if I miss it.
Mr. Gallo, 19A. We're moving to old business, Mr.
It's
Gallo.
just quick, very, very quick. I just wanted to recognize 4 students from Mahwah High School who spoke at the National Gun Violence Awareness Day on Friday. Extraordinarily eloquent and passionate students and attended Leah Markov, Trisha Rajanorthy, and Samantha Saunders, and Tracy Stephen Holland. They were wonderful, and they really did. They really represented our school beautifully, and these are people who have clearly a mature view of the universe, and they'll go places. I feel very safe with them. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gallo. We don't want you in trouble with Mrs. Gallo. So, all right, now we're going on to 19, old business, 19A. I need a motion on the floor for our minutes. Mr. Hughes, seconded by Mr. Denise. Mr. Bleeker?
Mr. Copley.
Yes.
Ms. Devanero.
Stephen.
Mr. Denise.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes.
Abstain.
Mr. Kuzmarski.
Yes.
Dr. Morthy.
Yes.
And Ms. Jansen.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, let's take new business now. A to triple A.
Dr. Murphy,
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
can we pull AAA and vote on that separately, please?
Vote on triple A separately. Sure. So let's do A and to, what is that, ZZ? All right, and we'll do the student representatives, triple A separately. Okay, so let's do, I need a motion for new business A to ZZ. Mr. Kuzmarski, and second by Mr. Hughes. Mr. Bleeker, please.
Mr. Copley.
Yes.
Ms. Devanero.
Yes.
Mr. Denise.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes. And
Mr. Hughes.
I'm sure there are items I need to abstain from, and I trust Kyle to.
Thank you. Take care. Mr. Hughes.
Yes.
Mr. Kuzmarski. Yes. Dr. Morthy.
Yes.
And Ms. Jansen.
Yes.
Okay, and now let's take 20 AAA. This is recognition of our student representatives on the board who we recognized earlier, but this is a resolution recognizing their service to the board this past year. That's Gabriella Marchetti and Maximilian Ingerman. All right. Motion, Mr. Conklin, second by Mr. Gallo. Roll call, please, Mr. Booker.
Mr. Conklin.
Yes.
Ms. Stevenero. Mr. Denise.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes.
Yes, and congratulations.
Mr. Kazmarski.
Yes.
Dr. Worthy.
Yes.
And Ms. Jansen.
Yes. All right, let's move on to new business, personnel items. I'd like to, on this one, take 21B. Can I do 21B first? Yes. As it is a retirement, and again, we thank Mr. Feeney for his 31 years plus service to this district. So let's take 21B. I need a motion on the floor. Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Kazmarski. Mr. Bleeker?
Mr. Conklin.
Yes.
Ms. Stevenero. Mr. Denise.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes.
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarski.
Yes.
Dr. Worthy.
Yes.
And Ms. Jansen.
Yes. Now I'd like to take new business 21A and then C to QQ. So we have 21A and then C to QQ. All right, I need a motion on the floor. Mr. Gallo, second by Mr. Kazmarski. Thank you. Mr. Bleeker, please.
Mr. Conklin.
Yes.
Ms. Stevenero.
Yes.
Mr. Denise.
Yes.
Mr. Gallo.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes.
Yes.
Mr. Kazmarski.
Yes.
Dr. Worthy.
Yes.
And Ms. Jansen.
Yes. All right, public questions or comment. Public participation at board meetings is in accordance with bylaw 0167. At this time, members of the public may ask questions or make a comment on educational issues or school matters of community interest. As a matter of fairness, you're asked to limit your questions to no more than one and your remarks to no longer than 3 minutes. If you are here representing a group, please identify yourself, the group, and your position in the group. If you are here as an individual, please give us your name and address. I need a motion to open the meeting to the public. Mr. Kazmarski and second by Ms. Jansen. We are officially open to the public. Microphone working?
Big.
No, we can't hear you.
How about now?
Oh, there you go. Bingo.
David May, Mahwah Township. Just wanted to come and wish Kyle well. Thank you for all your work that you did for the district, and best of luck in your new endeavor. And as someone who is used to getting yelled and screamed at by an audience, I figured I'd come here and just congratulate you guys on another good year. It seemed to go off without a hitch for the most part. It's hard from the public too. I don't know what happened when and I also wanted to say that as a senior parent, all the stuff that's been going on has been great. Prom went off well. I didn't hear any issues there, but obviously they're probably going to tell me. Just wanted to say congratulations on a great year. So that's it. And have a great summer.
Thank you very much.
And I might have broken your mic, just saying, it's been built.
Thank you very much, and it's always appreciated to receive a congratulations and a thank you. So thank you very much for coming and doing that. We appreciate it. All right, do I have a motion to close the meeting to the public? Mr. Gallo, second by Mr. Conklin. We do require executive session at the end as well this evening, so I need a motion to recess to executive session. Mr. Kazmarski, second by Mr. Conklin, and we will directly adjourn from there. Everyone have a good evening, and again, enjoy the end of the school year. Thank you very much.